What's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing something a little different. You guys are probably wondering why I'm using this type of microphone instead of my lapel microphone that I usually use. The answer to that is because this company sent me this microphone to review for you guys, and I said sure. They emailed me and asked me if I review it. I said sure, why not? The company name is Fifian Technology, or however you say that. Maybe you guys could figure it out better than I could. But I will be reviewing it today. Obviously, my channel only has 2,600 subscribers, so I'm not getting paid for this review. All they did was send me the microphone for free, and then that's it. I mean, they're not paying me, or they didn't ask me to give them a good review. They just said, here's the microphone, review it. We don't care what you say about it, we just want you to review it. So I said sure, no problem. So that's the disclaimer. I know that's kind of funny coming from a channel that only has 2,600 subscribers, but I had to say it. I don't want any of you guys thinking anything crazy. So first thing I need to get into with this review is everything you guys hear is coming from this microphone. Everything that I say from here, you know, from the beginning of the video to the end of the video, is from this microphone. I am in a room with tile, not carpet, which is horrible. I have nothing on the walls. This is a new house, so take that how you want. I know with carpet and with paddings on the wall, it'll be more dead and it'll sound a little better. I don't have that yet, so that's how this microphone's gonna sound with that type of setting. With saying that, you know, I gotta get into the negatives first, just so I can get them out the way. This microphone, in my opinion, sounds pretty dang good for the price. It's only $37. This microphone's only $37, and you can do a lot of stuff with it. So let me jump into the negatives, and then we get to the positives and everything you can do with this microphone. So the first negative thing about this microphone is the receiver feels kind of cheap. The switches on the receiver feel cheap, just like it's real cheap plastic. But other than that, on the receiver it works great, but it just feels real cheap. I mean, you can see in these videos what I'm talking about. $37 and this type of plastic. I mean, maybe that's all they could do, but the receiver's plastic is a little cheap. One more negative thing I could say about this microphone is it takes AAA batteries and it takes AA batteries. I don't understand why it can't just take, you know, one of each. Maybe I'm being picky, but I mean, you got to go out and you got to buy AAA batteries, which I had to do, and you got to go out and buy AA batteries instead of just buying, you know, 2 sets of AAA or 2 sets of AA. You just had to buy 2 sets of each instead of just buying 2 sets of one. You had to buy 2 sets of each. So really, I've had this microphone for 2 weeks now. That's the only 2 things I could find negative about it. Another thing is, if you're in a big church setting, using this microphone, almost 100% of the time, you're not going to be using this type of microphone if you're in a church setting anyway. Maybe a small church setting with a small PA, you will be using this type of microphone, which it'd be perfect for that. But for a big sound system, it's not the best. Most of the time we use XLR cables, and this is a 6.35 millimeter jack, not a XLR. But that's why I think it won't really be good for a big system, because, you know, most big systems use XLR cables and plugins, not 6.35 millimeter jacks. But for, like I said, a small PA, it'd be perfect. Or doing stuff like this at the house, it'd be perfect. Another negative thing I could say for us YouTubers that are maybe trying to go live on YouTube or making a video like this, holding the microphone is really annoying. Like, I only have one hand free. But I mean, most people will probably use this type of microphone for public speaking, you know, singing maybe. For us YouTubers, I mean, I don't think this is the type of microphone you'll want to use. You probably want to use a shotgun mic off of your camera, or a lapel mic, which is what I use. I would highly recommend a lapel mic. It just goes on your shirt and you can talk and it sounds great. This microphone does sound good. It sounds phenomenal, but you got to hold it the whole time. And and that's really annoying in my opinion. So the first positive thing about this microphone is it does sound really good in my opinion. I mean, you guys can leave your comments below and let me know how you think it sounds. Obviously I'm not used to holding a microphone, so it's probably fluctuating because of me, but it does sound really good. I had my wife talk in it, I had my kids talk in it, and it sounds really good. The second positive thing about this microphone is it actually feels real heavy duty in the hand. Obviously it might be because of the batteries inside of it, but the plastic on this does not feel cheap. It feels pretty hefty, and it don't feel cheap. That's really another positive thing. And when you're holding a microphone, you don't want it to feel cheap. And in my opinion, I mean, other people might change, think differently, but it feels real heavy duty. So the last positive thing I have to say about this microphone is it feels expensive. When you're on a stage talking to 230, 90 people, you don't want to be holding a microphone that feels and looks cheap. This one looks and feels kind of expensive. Also, another thing about this microphone is I did take it up to my church, and a lot of you guys know how big my church is, and I plugged it into the PA system in the back, and I walked all the way up to the front, and I was talking on it, and it sounded good. It picked up good, no static, no hissing or any of that stuff, so that's something to note as well. The distance on this thing is pretty good. It's only $37, and it looks and feels expensive. Another thing that I did some research on, I only have one of these microphones, but one thing that I did research on and figured out about this microphone is if you was to buy like a bundle of 10, you can actually do settings on here. There's a button inside of here. You can change the frequency, so you can use all 10 of them. It'll put you on 10 different frequencies, so you can, it don't interfere with each other. So I think that's pretty cool too for a $37 microphone. I mean, I think it's pretty cool that you can get a bundle of these and then not interfere with each other. Maybe that's common, I don't know. I don't really know all that much about microphones, but I do know this one sounds good. It looks good, besides the jack that goes into the interface or speaker or PA. But yeah, all I have to say about this microphone is I do recommend it. Not really for YouTubers, but if you're out, doing church events or live events, I would recommend it. Or if you're doing YouTube and you don't mind holding a microphone, you just want good sound, I would highly recommend it because it does have good sound. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day.